Welcome back to Let's Talk with the Morel Brothers. Thank you guys for being a part of what we're trying to build here. Thank you to all our listeners, uh, those who love us and those who hate us. Thank you to those in Trinidad, Grenada, and the U.S. and across the world. Today, we are going to come back to a topic that we have spoken about but couldn't finish. And even though we're missing one person on the panel, Timon,
Forget that guy.
yeah, I'm calling you out, brother.
Forget that guy.
You have some very interesting thoughts
His
or,
thought
or, or
process is
perspective
different.
on this topic, but yet you're not here. So the topic is the behavior of the black community, the cycles that they're caught in, and what you believe the how would you say,
How to fix
what do
it.
you believe needs to happen for change? And I'm gonna let Don kick this off because he's very passionate about this.
Me, well, golly, man, I haven't been on here in a while. Uh, I want to tell everybody thank you. I appreciate everybody that been paying attention. We've been gone for a while. I think over a year.
Almost.
Close to, yeah.
So it's a lot of things that happened over that year that is life changing, uh, in a good way, and sometimes in a negative way. But we always got to think about the positive to get past the negative. So I'm happy to be back, missing uh, talking and letting people know how I feel, uh, spending time with the brothers. Uh, that's been one of the most important things that keep me moving through my life. Uh, and also being black. That's something that I wake up every morning and when I look in the mirror, I'm a black man, so I can't run away from that. You can run away from a lot of things in life, but you can't run away from who you are. Uh, and
That's
you
deep.
have to wake up every morning and you have to look at yourself in the mirror, understand who you are, and understand the situation you're in, whether it's work, whether it's family, whatever situation you have. And being black is our situation. It's
That's
my
that's
situation.
fair.
And I
That's
wake
deep.
up every morning as a black man. I hop in the car driving to work, looking at myself in the rearview mirror and seeing the people that's I'm passing up, but I'm moving forward as a black man. And in order for us to move forward, we have to understand life, understand the situation we're in, and understand that we can't pass each other up. Because when a black man is successful, he tends to pass up the other black man that's not.
Hmm.
Because we don't pay attention to our brothers. And that's one of the things that we need to pay attention. Because our brothers are walking on the side and we're leaving them behind. Um, I'm a foreigner. I'm in the U.S. Growing up in Grenada is different because our culture's different. So the black community, as far as the U.S., where I spend most of my important life, need to take some things from those third world countries. And what those third world countries do is we uplift each other. If somebody's down, we pick them up. If we get in somewhere, we're going to bring that other person with us. And that's something we don't do here. We're not cohesive. We tend to feel like just because we made it and we sit next to the other person, uh, we're good. But are we good?
I'm gonna pose this question to you though. I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna pose this question after you're done.
You can pose the question: are we good? Are we good?
Then hold your question because I kind of want to disagree with you a little bit. I was on path with you, but I don't think it's that we don't pay attention to our fellow black man. What it is, we look at those that we're doing better than and say, "Damn, I'm glad that ain't me," and we keep it pushing.
So are we looking past them? If I'm telling you I'm better than you, and I'm saying that, damn, that's not me, I'm looking past you because I'm
Well, yes, you're looking past, but what I'm disagreeing with is saying that we're not paying attention because we are paying attention to give ourselves that oomph of feeling better than.
So it's the ego.
Right,
It's
exactly.
ego.
You
Okay.
stroke you're stroking your ego saying I'm not in that spot. Now, people tend to forget you could always be the one that's in that spot because and everything crumbles.
You know, I ain't trying to cut you off, but if it's one thing I see, thank God I made it to 42, and I lived on this earth just a little bit. I'm still a young man, but I'm older. And one thing that I've seen, especially in my professional life, is when a black man makes it, he feels like he got out of something.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you get out of? And we need to ask ourselves that. What did you get out of? So you sit next to that person, you felt like you made it. You felt like you out of something.
Okay. So what is making it?
Making it is the quote unquote American dream. I could buy me a nice car. I could buy me a nice house. I could put my kids into some good schools. Right? Right?
Right, right.
So you made it. Right? That's what you feel like you made it. But what about your brother? Are you gonna teach your brother to make it? Are you gonna get in there? Or are you gonna sit next to that person and be like, I made it?
Some of us.
I'm just asking you that question. Because I've seen it
Nah,
so
I,
many times.
I hear you.
So here's my perspective on this, and it's sad, but from my experience in this life, I'm 43 years old, and I've I've made like six figures, right? And it's not a lie. It's true talk, right? Real talk. And I've been at the very bottom. I've experienced the lowest of the low, and I've experienced some highs, right? And in my experience in the black community, I have met other black men and women that when I meet them in my lowest of the lows, they have been there, and they were encouraging, and they did say, hey, you know, I believe in you as a young black man, you know, in both my highs and my lows. And on the other hand, in my highs and my lows, I've met other black people that look down on me because I'm at my low, and then some of them who resented me for being at the top of my game, and I've experienced both, and more often than not, uh, when I'm at my highest, a lot of the black people that I meet in my profession when I'm at my highest looked at me with disdain because I am at my highest, and they tend to want to pull me back down to their level because I'm at my highest. Hey, baby. And I think that's a there's a fundamental issue in the black community. Um, and this is just my opinion from my experience. I'm not speaking for every black person that I meet or for the entire black community. I'm speaking from my experience, from what I have seen throughout my life. And I think it's fundamentally something's fundamentally broken in the black community. You know, there are people who understand that cohesiveness and unity, you know, inside of a community would would help that community grow and break free from the cycle of victimhood
I mean,
that is apparent.
so
It's apparent
go ahead.
in the black community. And then there's some that embrace the victim mentality, and when they see someone at their highest point, they tend to hate that person because they're trying to break free from it.
Right, to elaborate on that point, but Rena, I'm gonna let you go.
So what I'm gonna jump into is kind of touching on what Craig's talking about, that cohesion and how to fix what is perceived to be the fundamental problem. It starts with, for our black men, for us to create a safe space for young black men to come in and speak and talk about their traumas and the things that they're battling. Because we all know in the world, whether you black, white, brown, pink, purple, blue, as a man, no one really cares to listen about the problems that you're going through. And
Facts.
so you hold on to this chip on your shoulder and you walk around and you're frowning and you're stressed. And when you reach that breaking point, you either lash out or you shut down from the people that's around you. And know that they don't understand what's going on. But again, no one has created that safe space for you to speak and say, hey, this has been plaguing my mind and I don't know what to do or where to go to heal this issue.
You're right. And I hate to do this right now, but we're gonna take some comedy relief. Fake Wicked. Let me tell you how quick.
Wait.
I'm gonna bring it on all you. Fake Wicked. I come all the way to this man house and you don't fucking be.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
we ain't gonna
wait.
real drink.
Wait.
I have to get up and go get my own beer. Fareed, I come now get a beer. We're gonna be right back. I'm coming back with Craig Wicked.
So,
Huh?
wait to break it. Way to break it. But tell you what. Tell you what.
Okay, at least he had beer. Sorry, people. Let's go. We're gonna continue the conversation.
All right, where were we?
No,
Like Rick was saying, what Rick was saying and you were saying was a valid point, and to elaborate on it, and me being black,
Right.
me being a foreigner,
Okay.
moving to the U.S. and growing up in my black community, because it is mine, because I came to this country as a very young man. But I also had a different culture. True. Because I'm from a different culture.
True.
From a
So
different country, excuse me. And the difference is, in my culture, I grew up in an extended family. In an extended family, you learn a lot of things because you grew up with your grandma, your granddad, your mom, your dad, your brothers, aunties, and we all live together and they teach you how to be cohesive. They teach you how to live together, how to share, how to love. It doesn't matter if one is contributing more, and the one that's contributing less, that person's contributing. And we all appreciate it. And what I've learned about this community is we tend, and it's the system, but we have to understand that this system is against us, and it's been going on for years.
okay,
I'm
and
not
I'm
done.
glad. Wait, hold on. I'm glad that you made that point because Mr. Timon says that the the system and black people are systematically being targeted. They're systematically being held down. They're systematically being put in a in a box, in a cage. They're systematically being enslaved, right?
I mean,
And that's what Timon says.
they put us in
And
the hot box. They definitely put us in the hot box.
right, so it's systematic, right?
We're in the hot box all the time.
So what do we do as a community to
To
break
break the
free
system,
from the system?
it starts with learning to be cohesive. Because if you and I decide, hey, we're going to link up, but everybody else is like, look at these fools, we go nowhere. Because the mass will always outweigh in the long run.
All right. So I respect that. I respect that perspective, right? And my thought process on this is, and here's and that's a core belief of mine. I believe to change, right? Each person, each individual black person needs to start changing themselves.
Right.
They need because here's the thing. The way that you think, if you think the system is targeting you and you believe that the system is targeting you, guess what's going to happen?
You're going to find
You're
everything
going
to
to find
justify.
every single way to justify that the system is against you, that they're systematically against you. They're systematically trying to keep you in that way of life.
Of course.
However, if hold on, Doc, and I'm gonna let you speak. If you change your mindset and change yourself, then things that are around you will eventually change because in the grand scheme of things, once you change, your circumstances change. And go ahead, Don.
That's true.
Go ahead, Don.
My thing is, and I always tell people this in business, in family, in life, whatever relationship is, you have to know. And what I mean
Knowing
by
is
that,
half the battle.
know.
Knowing is half the battle.
Knowing the system.
Okay.
If we, and the system's been going on for so long, and I don't understand why we don't know,
So we don't read.
right? And if we don't know, and
Wait,
the pe-
wait,
let me finish.
where
let
did
me
that
finish.
come from? I want to hear where that
Wait,
came
wait,
from.
let me finish. If we don't know, And the people that do know don't teach. That's where the issue begins. Because we need teachers.
We need teachers, but I grew up hearing all of you guys say, closed mouth don't get fed. So if you're not asking questions, if you're not inquiring, if you're not being inquisitive, you won't get to the people that's willing to teach. Because there are people willing to teach, but we're not asking the right questions.
You're right, and that is where it lies, right? Because here's the thing: most most
Valid point.
most black
Valid
people
point.
that I have met that call me an Uncle Tom because I'm successful, or look at me and say, "Oh, well, you're not trying to help another black person." The
I
only
hate that
look
comment.
the only
That's the
thing
worst.
the only thing that they never did was
Is ask a
say,
question.
hey, how did you get where you got?
Ask a question.
And because if you ask me, hey, how did you get where you got?
I'm gonna tell you.
I will tell you
I will tell you.
these are the steps that I took.
I'm going to blame parents and I'm going to blame school systems. Here's why I blame some parents, not all parents, some parents. When kids ask parents questions, yes, you're tired from work, you're tired from your daily grind. You don't answer the questions, I'm tired, go play. You shoo them off. So now that child, your children, are learning, well, to avoid, mom and dad's wrath, let me just not ask questions.
Facts.
Then when you go to school and you ask a question that you don't know, you get ridiculed. No one likes to be shamed. So now you don't know. Hey, you know what? I'm going to wait and see what everybody else says. And if somebody gets the right answer, now I got the answer.
Facts. You know, I was gonna say it's so cliche. Everybody got excuses. So cliche, right? Um, because I have excuses for sometimes when I don't make something happen, or when I don't do it right, or I didn't quite accomplish what I had to accomplish. I say, damn,
And it hurts.
it
It hurts.
but as a community, we have to take accountability.
Yes.
And one of the things that we tend to do quite a bit is make excuses.
We try to pass the buck. We point
Right?
fingers.
And I truly want us, and I'm looking at everybody that's a black man and a black woman that is successful, take accountability, step out, touch that black woman, black man, touch that black boy, touch that young man. Just put your hands on his shoulder and teach him, because we need teachers. And I want us as a community to understand that
We are
we
more
are
than
more.
NBA players.
Yes.
We are more than boxers.
Yes.
We are more.
We
We
are
are
so
so much more. You don't need to be
Thank you so
trapping. You don't need to be a rapper. We need doctors, lawyers,
Teachers.
I get that. And this sentiment is so it's so blissful, right? What you guys are saying. Yes, that's what we need. But how do we get there? How do we get there?
I told you, Craig, we get that by number one, taking accountability. Because that's the first step in accomplishing anything. When you have a problem, you have to accept the problem.
Yep. And you have to face it.
And you have to face it. So let's face the problem. And the problem we need to face is taking care of each other, because we don't. I see Hispanics, and when I go back, I'm going back to a point I was trying to make.
Right.
I see Hispanics when I say extended family, grandma taking care of daughter, grandma taking care of the grandchildren, mom going to work, dad going to work, children going to school. They all living together. One home, then one buy a home, and then they got two homes, and another one buy a home. They got three homes, and that's how they create generational wealth. And we're not doing that. We're not creating that because we're not cohesive. That's why they trying to come in our cities. That's why they trying to
I hate
uh,
you get put out.
put whoever in our cities. I don't want to be political, so I'm gonna kind of cut that back. But we have to be cohesive and be that. Yes, they're sending back home, right? They're sending them back home,
Yep. Yep.
right?
They're trying to
But
at
they're
least.
still together,
They're trying to at least.
right? They still gonna be together, and that's what we need, right? And again, I'm not trying to be political, but this is the state of our country. And again, I'm an immigrant myself, but everything important I did in my life was here. So,
I mean, I feel
so we have to be cohesive, man. We have to love each other. We have to say, I walk into stores, I ain't trying to go on a rant or a whole big long monologue, but I walk in stores and when I see a black man, I always say, brother. I always say, I open the door, I say, thank you, brother, or how you doing today, brother? And I try to say that, and I look at the reactions that I get. And sometimes I get that embracing reaction, and sometimes I get that, is he calling me a brother? Yes, I'm calling you a brother, because you are. So that's how we need to treat each other.
and so and that's it's a beautiful thing to do,
You ever
right?
wonder why we always frowned up when we go places?
That's a beautiful thing to do. However, 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 until the
Man in the mirror changes.
next man looks himself in the mirror and face himself and make a decision to change and grow, none of what you guys are talking about will happen.
Oh, facts.
Each individual person, each man, and I'm not saying I'm not saying man
As
as in,
gender.
no. I am saying as gender. Each man, each black man looks himself in the mirror, decide, hey, I am going to make a change, and I'm going to change myself first because every change starts with the person looking themselves in the mirror. And I'm talking to the black men in America. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, look, I am going to make a change because fundamentally, and nothing against women, we love you. Fundamentally, men are the the leaders, the heads, the people that push things forward are supposed to. And until every black man look himself in the mirror and say, you know what, our community needs to change. But first, I'm gonna start changing myself and make a change within themselves and take responsibility for themselves and then their families and then their community. Nothing is going to change until every single man takes that responsibility.
Facts. I'll tell you this.
Change is tough.
This dog is taking the, you want to be
She wants to
the
be the center of
showcase, the
But
center of attention. I tell you this, if I cut you off, Craig, everybody needs an animal. You need to show them love,
oh yes,
right? You could always go adopt.
yeah. This is Des. We adopted her about 3 weeks ago, and she is an amazing pet.
And she's running away.
She's an
She's
amazing
running
pet.
away. But
If anybody out there love animals, go adopt. Um,
get one.
get a dog, get a
Show
cat.
love.
Show
Hey,
love
have
to
them spayed or
show love
neutered.
show love to
Have them spayed and or neutered.
But
Facts.
back to the point is it starts with the men in the community. The men in the community needs to change, right? And then they need to take responsibility for themselves, their families, their household, and then their community. That's how change happens. It starts
Yes.
with self.
Facts.
It's but we also need those of us who have some kind of influence. I
Yeah.
don't want to say power because power can be interpreted in so many different ways.
I
Facts.
get that.
But
I get that.
those of us who have influence have to step out of their comfort zone and reach out. Because again, like I'm saying, check
Okay,
me.
I'm listening.
Because we're
I
speaking,
know you feel this.
we're speaking to the youth because that's who's taking over.
Okay.
So, who are the youth looking up to? The rappers and athletes who are coming out here and being with the public, even though it's for PR stunts. That's who's reaching out and touching the youth. So, the youth are trying to emulate those influential people.
Okay.
So if we have more of our influential doctors, lawyers, teachers, preachers, whatever it may be, I don't care.
Okay.
If they step out and allow the youth to see that, hey, I'm still a man. I'm
Okay.
still human.
Okay.
I am available. I'm approachable. You can touch me. You can inquire.
Okay.
Then it'll shift the perspective
Right.
and it'll shift the landscape
Right.
because now they know this is actually obtainable for me
Okay.
because
Right.
I'm seeing
And
someone
that's real.
like me do these
Be
things.
successful, right?
Facts.
Right. So, but here's a nugget I'm gonna drop, and this is real for me, right? I've lived this. I've been there. I've been through the journey. I've taken the lumps. I've fallen and I've gotten up. And here's this nugget. This nugget. Nobody's coming to save me,
Facts.
right? Nobody is coming to save Craig Morrell. Nobody. It's up to me. It's up to me. It's up to Craig Morrell to save Craig Morrell.
But how would you feel if there was somebody to reach their hand out and say, "Hey, I got you, brother"?
Wait. That
would be great.
Wait.
That would be great.
So why can't we create it?
You saying nobody's there to save you, and that's point well taken.
Why
But I'm
can't we
gonna
change
elaborate
that?
on Reen's point. Like I'm going back, and I'm saying that we have to reach out, we have to touch, we have to do this. As a black man coming up in the U.S., I had another black man that touched me.
Mr.
I
Coleman.
had-
Wait, hold on.
I had,
Shout out to Mr. Coleman. He's a great guy.
I
I love you,
had,
Mr. Coleman.
I had a coach. I had somebody that told me I was great. And again, that's what we're missing. We're missing people that's telling us we're great. And it got to come from us because we got to identify. If I'm telling you I'm great, and I'm telling Reen he's great, and I look just like Reen because I do, and I say, you great. And I tell you this, and you see
I'm gonna go
that
get
I'm doing greatness,
I'm gonna get another beer. I'm gonna
It
shut off.
feels different.
right.
It hits different.
It does. So, and that's what I'm telling Craig, and that's what I've been telling Simone, and that's what I tell every black man that I speak to when we're having a conversation like this is, as black men, we need to tell our youth, you're great. You're great.
Hey, we see these things go viral where it's a little black kid and they're they're walking down the hallway in school and they're high fiving teachers, and you have that one teacher that they're looking to get the high five from, and they don't
Right.
get it. And if as as a person of color, when you see that break, or you see that child about to break, if you can step out and be there to help hold those pieces together, you don't understand the profound impact that you have in that moment, because those are the moments that shape you as a person. Because now as you get older, you start to think back and you're like, man, I remember when this happened and I felt so bad, but you know what, Mr. So and so, Miss So and so, they came and they
They told me I was great. And you said that situation. Life, I've learned, is by memories. And if I have memories of somebody telling me I'm great all the time, guess what I'm going to be?
you're gonna believe you're
Great. Great.
So, and I love that. Yes,
I'm going to be great.
that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
So we need to reach
And-
out there and, tell them,
and-
tell our youth they're
okay.
great.
and I respect that, Mr. Spencer. You were great.
Chris Barnes, bless
Mr.
your
Spencer.
soul. You were great.
Uh,
I love you.
Warner D. Irvin. I know a lot of kids didn't like you when we were in high school.
Shout out.
So shout out to you. A lot of kids didn't like you
Shout
because
out.
you brought structure. And what you did back in high school was super amazing. Um,
Greatness.
you
Yes.
had the
Old Madison with the dirt track.
you had the sense enough to know what order was. And where there's order, there cannot be chaos. And that's what you understood. And you brought that to Madison back in the day.
God damn,
Right.
man, I'm getting emotional.
And they told us we were great. To all you
Like,
young kids that's going to Madison
hey.
right now, if y'all step up against us back in the 90s,
I'm gonna cut y'all off because
That's
I
all I
gotta
gotta
give a shout
say.
out. I gotta give a shout out to Mom, because every day I see Mom, she says, "You're phenomenal. Don't forget it."
facts.
I'm 32 years old, and every day I see my mother, she tells me I am phenomenal. And I'm emotional right now because that shit means so much.
Man, facts. That means a
It
lot.
means so much.
And let me tell you something, man. And here's what's great about Mom. It's not just you. She says it to all of us. My mama tells me
Oh,
every
man.
day that I'm a phenom, that I'm a phenomenal individual, that I am the greatest thing that ever stepped on this earth. My mom tells me that every single day, and she tell all her kids that.
That's how we'll break the system. How we'll break the cycle. We have to be there for each other and let each other know
We are
great,
phenoms.
we're phenomenal.
We are phenomenal. We are phenomenal. There's nothing like
Oh,
us.
man.
So change. So change.
We are phenomenal.
So for this for the lack of a better word, for this community, for this culture to understand that change needs to happen, and change comes from within. Change comes from self. And then you have to bring the change that's within you to the next person within the community. Guys,
We love y'all.
Thank you for
Hey, right on,
spending
bro.
time with
We
us
love
today.
y'all. Let's love each other.
I
If you
hope
have a black brother, I'm sorry.
I
Hug him tonight. I'm
I
sorry.
I hope
If you have a black sister, hug her tonight. If you have a black mama,
A black
tell her
dad.
you love her. Tell him you love him. Let's make sure we big each other up.
big
Big up.
ups.
Much love. The Morel boys, we gonna talk. And we gonna bring it to you, and we're gonna bring it to you hard. I am back.
Let's talk.
Sunday is going down. We're gonna do something spicy. I don't know what spicy means for y'all, but something spicy's coming.
This man keeps
So-
slapping me on my
so
chest.
pay
If
attention.
he keeps slapping me on my chest,
Pay
I
attention.
mean,
Pay attention. We're something, guys. Something spicy.
thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for spending time with us today. This
It was
is
exciting.
this is what we have for you. We hope that somebody out there, takes something and use it to become better, to become greater, and for all the black men out there that
And to my
grab onto
brown
this.
brothers, we love you too.
So yeah,
And
we
to
love
my
you.
white brothers,
We love you. We love you too.
So
But
we loving everybody.
however,
But if you black, hug your mama tonight.
however, this is for the black community, and I hope that we learn something here today, and that we take it and we love each other and we lift each other up, and we learn that it's not the system. The system is always going to be what it is,
It's us.
but it's up to us to
It's
change and to break free from the mentality of they're trying to keep us down. No, we have to lift ourselves up. And until we learn how to change, then our circumstances will not change. The change starts from within. It starts with one person making the decision to change.
Facts. And until then,
And until then,
we drinking, we drinking, we drinking, we hey.
see you next time.